KingsWork Studio. In Africa, they say some stories are written not in books, but in the whispers of the wind. This is one such tale. Deep in the heart of the ancient forest, where the elders say the spirits still walk, lies the remnants of what was once the proud village of Umago. But on one fateful night, under a moon as bright as a leopard's eye, everything changed. The village didn't burn. There was no war, no plague, no flood. They simply vanished. All 500 souls, men, women, children, gone. Left behind were only their footprints in the sand, all pointing in the same direction, toward the forbidden forest. In every great story, there is a great hero, and our hero is none other than Eze, the finest hunter in 7 villages, a man who could read the earth as others read their palms. When the neighboring village discovered Umago's disappearance, they called for him. His eyes traced the footprints, some large, some small, some dragging as if their owners were walking in sleep, all heading into the darkness of the forest that even the bravest hunters avoided.
These tracks, they are wrong. No panic, no scattered directions. Everyone walked the same path, like they were being led.
But by what? Or by whom? The elders warned him. The forest, they said, is where time loses its meaning, where the boundary between our world and the spirit world grows thin. Yet Eze knew he had to go, not just because he was a hunter, but because among those footprints, he recognized one set, those of his younger sister who had married into Umago just 1 moon ago. As he stepped into the forest embrace, the air changed. The birds fell silent. Even the sunlight seemed to bend differently here, casting shadows that moved when they shouldn't. 3 days he tracked them. 3 days where the sun never seemed to set or rise. The forest around him shifted like a living thing, parts appearing and disappearing, leading him deeper. Then, on what might have been the 4th day, for who could tell in this timeless place, he found it, a clearing that shouldn't exist, and in it, a sight that made his blood run cold. There stood a woman, tall as 3 men, her skin the color of midnight, her hair moving like living smoke. Around her neck hung a medallion that pulsed with an inner light.
I have waited centuries for one like you, Eze.
Her voice carried the weight of ages, the pain of remembered wrongs.
Your people took everything from mine, burned our sacred groves, murdered our priests, erased us from memory. Now, I take everything from them.
The spirit raised her hand, and there, suspended in the air behind her like fireflies in amber, floated the entire village of Umago. Men, women, children, all frozen in time, their eyes closed as if in peaceful sleep. But this was no accident, no random act of vengeance. The spirit had chosen this moment, this village, this hunter. For in Eze's blood ran the legacy of both peoples, the conquerors and the conquered.
You stand at the crossroads, son of 2 worlds. Will you right an ancient wrong, or will your people join mine in the realm between moments?
Now, Eze faces a choice that will echo through generations. In his hands lie not just the fate of Umago, but the power to heal wounds carved deep in time itself. But to save them, he must first answer an impossible question. How do you make peace with a spirit who has nursed her vengeance for centuries? And more importantly, what price is he willing to pay for redemption? The answer lies in the blood that flows through his veins, in the wisdom of 2 peoples, and in the courage to face a truth long buried in the shadow of history. For in Africa, they say some stories are written not in books, but in the choices we make when darkness falls and the spirits come calling. This is KingsWork Studio.